Hi loves, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful sleeveless mini dress which was requested in the community. Please like this video, subscribe to join the family, and leave me lovely comments. Now let's dive into the tutorial. For this project, you'll be needing about 2 yards to 2.5 yards of fabric. I have less than 2 yards of fabric here, but I'm going to be using it like that. You can use any medium weight fabric to make this dress. You can use crepe, you can use cotton or linen. For mine, I am making use of cotton fabric. We will start by drafting the pattern, then we'll place on the fabric and cut out. So this is the basic bodice pattern that I have drafted. That over there is the back block, and here is the front block. Okay, I am going to go ahead and explain these lines. Okay, so this is the shoulder line, followed by the chest line. The next line is the bust point line, and then shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist, and then waist to hip line. And now the full length of the dress. Okay, I am working with full length measurement of 33 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance. I am using my own measurement to draft this pattern. When drafting your own pattern, please make use of your own measurements. Okay, and then for the back, I have shoulder to chest line, shoulder to waist line. This is the waist line, and then waist to hip line, and the full length of the dress. Okay, you can see that the full length of the dress at the back is 32 inches, while at the front it is 33 inches because my front half length is 16. While my back half length is 15. By the time I mark the side dart and close it up, the front and the back length are going to be equal. Okay, and for the back, I have also marked down the dart line, the dart intake, and the 0.75 at the back of the dress for the zipper bulge. Okay, I am not going to be adding zipper at the back, but I want the back to lay flat at my back. Okay, that is why I have taken out 0.75 at the middle part of the back. Okay, this is optional. If you want, you can decide not to take it off. Okay, so that means that my back block is going to have joining at the middle of the back. Okay, because I want it fitted at the back. All right, so for the front, I am going to also mark down my dart intake for the basic bodice block. Okay, so I have my nipple to nipple width at 7.5. When I divide by 2, I'll have 3.75. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it on the bust point line, on the under bust line, the waist line, as well as the hip line. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and connect the points. Now I'm going to come to the waist line and mark down 0.75. Okay, on each side of the dart line. And then at the under bust, I am going to also mark down the same 0.75 I marked for the under bust tightening. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 inch up above the hip line. Okay, and then connect to the waist line. So this is what I have for the down part. Then I'll come to the bust point line and mark down ½ inch below the bust point line and connect the under bust dart intake to that ½ inch. Okay, I'll come under the chest line and mark my bust circumference divided by 4. My bust is 36. When I divide by 4, I have 9. Then I'll come to the under bust line and mark my under bust circumference divided by 4. Okay, and I'm going to measure this dart intake because I'm going to be trimming off this whole dart intake. Okay, so I'll measure it. I have 1.5 and then replace. Then I'll come to the waist line and mark my waist circumference divided by 4. All right, my waist is 29. When I divide by 4, I have 7.25. So I'll mark down 7.25 and also replace the dart intake of 1.5. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and connect the 3 points. I'm going to come to the hip line and mark my hip circumference divided by 4. My hip is 40. When I divide by 4, I have 10. I'll also connect from the waistline to the hip line. Okay, I will take this hip measurement down to the hemline. I am going to add extra ½ inch at that point because I want it to have a kind of A line, A shape at the down part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect. So I'll come to the back and also mark my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll come to the waistline and mark my waist circumference divided by 4. Alright, and replace the dart intake of 1.5. Okay, then I'll connect the points. Then I'll come to the hip line and mark my hip circumference divided by 4. Alright, this is what I have, and then connect the points. Then come to the hemline and mark my hip circumference divided by 4 plus ½ inch because I want the hemline to have a kind of A shape. Alright, I am going to come to the front here and mark the side dart. The difference between the front half length and the back half length is the side dart. For mine, I have 1 inch. I will mark the 1 inch down below the bust point line and then connect to the bust point. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to come to the shoulder line and mark the front neckline. And I'm making use of neck width of 3 inches because that is my basic neckline. And then neck depth of 7.5. I'm going for a V neckline. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark the V neckline. If you want yours to be deep, you can make yours deeper than this. Okay, this is how deep I want mine to be, by 7.5. Okay, so this is it. Now the next thing to do is to mark the shoulder dart. I will come to the remaining part of the shoulder to armhole line and divide by 2 and connect it to the bust point line to form the shoulder dart. Then I'm going to take ½ inch on both sides, alright, as the dart intake for the shoulder, and also connect to the bust point. So that means I'm going to be trimming off this part as the dart for the shoulder dart. Okay, and because I'm going to be trimming it off, I'll replace it at the shoulder line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it to form a new armhole curve. So this is no longer my armhole curve, okay, but the second one, because if I should take this, it is going to make the shoulder shorter. Okay, that is why I had to replace it here. Alright, now I'm going to come to the back and divide the shoulder width by 2 and connect the dart to the shoulder. So for the front, what I'm going to do is to close up the dart. So when I close up the dart, you can see that this line is no longer straight here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to make the line straight. To make the line visible, I'll make use of a tracing wheel to trace out the straight line to make it more visible. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the button allowance. Okay, you can see that this pattern does not have the button allowance, so I'm going to go ahead and get extra paper to join the button allowance because I forgot to mark down my button allowance. But if you are drafting yours, you can mark out the button allowance before drafting the bodies. Okay, but because I already forgot, I'm going to get an extra paper and join it to the front. This is 3 inches. So when marking on yours, make sure that you mark out this 3 inches button allowance before marking the bodies. Okay, but since I forgot to mark mine, I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the bodies. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out the pattern. I'm cutting out the front neckline. Remember, you can make the neckline as deep as you want. Then cut out the shoulder darts and cut out the armhole from the second armhole that we replaced, okay? Then the next thing I'm going to do is to close up the side dart. I will cut the side dart open, then carefully place it on the bust point line to close it up. Then I'll go ahead and redraw the side line and also blend out the bust point line because you do not want to have your bust point pointy, okay? Next is to mark down where the box split is going to start below the waistline. So you can mark 3 inches, you can mark 4 inches. For this, I am marking 4 inches below my waistline. That is where I want the box split to start from, okay? I will go to the back block and also mark down the 4 inches below the waistline, just like I have marked for the front. I will go ahead and continue cutting out the front pattern piece, okay? Now you can notice that the front and the back pattern pieces are now equal by the sides because we have already closed the side dart for the front. Now I'm going to continue cutting out my pattern, okay? After cutting out the pattern, this is what I have as the front and the back pieces, okay, with the button plackets. The next thing we are going to do is to cut out the collar. So I'll measure the front neckline and note it down, and also measure the back neckline and note it down because you're going to use it to cut out the collar, okay? I will get a fresh pattern paper and fold it into two. On the paper, I will mark down 1 inch margin as a starting point for my markings, okay? Now remember that I have already measured the back neckline. I have 3 inches for mine. So on the folded part of the pattern paper, I'll mark down that 3 inches that I have as the back neckline. Then I will also measure the front neckline. For mine, I have 8.25. So I'm going to go ahead and mark down that 8.25. Now we have two lines. The first line is the front neckline, which is 8.25, and the second line is the back neckline, which is 3 inches, okay? Now the next thing to do is to mark down the height of the collar, okay? I am working with 3 inches as the height of the collar, okay? I'll mark down that 3 inches at the back, and I will also mark down the 3 inches at the front to form a rectangular shape, okay? Now I'm going to come to the front line and raise it up by ½ inch, that is 0.5, and connect to the back neckline like you see me do in the video. From the picture of the dress, you can notice that the collar has the edges pointy. So what I am going to do now is to extend the front collar by how much I want, okay? So I'm going to extend mine by 1.5. And then I want to come up by 1.5 as well. So this is where I have my 1.5. I will carefully connect to the front neck. So however you want this to be depends on you. If you want it longer, you can make it longer. If you want it wider, you can make it wider, okay? You can make it wider here. You can make the height longer, okay? So I'm going to carefully connect to this point. Now I will go ahead and cut out the collar pattern. If you do not understand clearly how I drafted this collar pattern, you can rewatch the collar part to understand better. I will now go ahead and indicate the down part and the upper part of this collar so that I do not interchange them. I'll keep the collar aside and then place the pattern on the fabric, okay? Now I have folded my fabric into two and place the front pattern on the fabric so that I can add all the necessary allowances. Firstly, I will extend the dart line down to the hem, okay, and then cut out the dart to separate the side front and the middle front, okay. Then I'll carefully pin them down on my fabric, okay. After pinning the center front down on the fabric, I am going to place the side front on 6 inches away from the center front, okay. This is to create the allowance for the box split on the dress, okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to draw out that pleat line that I indicated on the pattern paper. That is where my pleat is going to start from. Okay, then I'll go ahead and add all the necessary allowances. For the sides, I am marking 1.5 side seam allowance. You can mark 2 inches if you want more allowance by the side. Okay, then for the armhole area, I am not adding allowance to the armhole area because I want to pipe the armhole with bias tape. But if you're adding sleeves to yours, ensure to add half-inch joining seam allowance. I will only add half-inch allowance at the shoulder as well as the dart line area for the joining of the darts. Okay. I am going to also go ahead and add half-inch here, okay, as well as half-inch above the pleat line. All right, add half-inch at the shoulder and then half-inch at the neckline. Okay, I feel like the length is quite short, so I just want to add extra 1 inch. This is what I have. You can see that I did not add any allowance to the button allowance because I already have allowance to my button allowance. I have 3 inches here as the button allowance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out the pattern now. Now this is what I have for the front piece. Remember that where I added the 6 inches allowance was on the hip line and not on the pleat line. Okay, so if you're adding yours, you can add more than 6 inches, you can add less than 6 inches. So this is what I have. By the time we stitch them together, we are going to have a box pleat here. Okay, next is to place the back pattern piece on top of the remaining fabric so that we can cut out the back. Similar to the front, we will extend the dart line down to the hem, then cut the pattern and spread by 6 inches, just like we have done for the front. Okay, now this is what I have. I will go ahead and add all the necessary allowances. Okay, I will add half-inch joining seam allowance at the dart area, half-inch at the shoulder, and 1.5 side seam allowance by the side. Remember that I am not adding allowance at the armhole area because I'm going to be piping the armhole with bias tape. I will also add half-inch seam allowance at the neckline as well as half-inch at the middle part of the back because the middle part of the back we have joining. Okay, you can actually have yours on fold if you do not want to have joining at the middle part of the back. All right, after adding all the necessary allowances, I will go ahead and cut out the pieces just like you see me do in the video. After cutting, this is what the back piece looks like. The next thing we are going to do is to start stitching them together to form the dress. Okay, I'll be uploading the sewing tutorial next on the channel. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Turn on your notification bell so that once I upload the sewing tutorial, you'll be notified. Or you can just tell me in the comment section to send you the sewing tutorial and I'll do that as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.